Welcome to the Order of Engineering. It's my pleasure and my honor to officially start the Order of Engineering ceremony. My name is Wael Mukhtar. I'm the Director of School of Engineering, and it's my annual celebration day that I enjoy welcoming you to the profession of engineers. On the stage here, and I'm not revealing who is who, we have over 100 years of engineering experience. I have only 2 of them, I'm just kidding. We have a nice program as we are speaking now. I know that family and friends are watching. Our graduating class, 149 students are watching. Traditionally, we sit all in the same room and we celebrate together. However, this time, every group will be in a room. So once we finish the ceremony, you'll have a chance to recite the Order of Engineer and wear the ring of engineering. And once you wear it in your hand, it will stay with you. So I've been thinking about my opening remarks for it. And what should I say to the graduating class as you are starting your career in 24 hours? Here is my starting point. Your right hand, which will have the ring, has more skills. That's why you use it more. And more skills I have, the more I use my right hand. I want you to know, starting from tomorrow, you will be the right hand of our community. You have a lot of skills in your hand. And this ring reminds you that you have a lot of skills. And it's a turn now for this right skilled hand to serve the rest of the community body and move us forward to tomorrow. So with this short opening remarks, I'm excited that we're going to have a keynote speaker that joined Grand Valley 1 year and maybe 29 days, 28 days, 30 days ago. President Mantella is the current president of Grand Valley State University. I asked for a brief bio, so he gave me almost a page of brief bio. Just bear with me, please. President Mantella is one of the educational leaders with so many experience in over 30 years of experience in higher education in several private and public universities, including in University of New York, New Jersey, in Michigan, Massachusetts. President Mantella started as a president of Grand Valley State University, July 2019. She has a PhD in college and university administration for Michigan State University and master's and bachelor degree in social works from Syracuse University in New York. Over the last 18 years, she was working in Northeastern University as a senior vice president for enrollment, student life, and chief executive officer for lifelong learning network. If you visit our Grand Valley State University, without reading any of this bio, you can just figure it out. That's the new face of Grand Valley over the last year about lifelong learning and so many changes. The President Mantella has been very supportive to School of Engineering and very supportive to the College of Engineering as well. She visited us and she is with us now in person in the room. I would say over this year, 10 times maybe, I can't remember the number, but it's at least me. So really appreciate the support. President Mantella is known as a change agent. She has the integral role of expanding global marketing, long life learning effort. She is proven to be a leader in innovation, in digital learning and enrollment management. Her strong student-centered philosophy, coupled with her operational expertise, strong vision, and future of education, position her perfectly to lead Grand Valley State University. As members of the Grand Valley State University, we are really looking forward to have seen the major steps in 1 year and looking forward for more. Final piece, Dr. Mantilla has been married for 40 years to an attorney, Robert Avery, and has 3 sons and 4 grandchildren with all the credentials, and it's really pleasure to have President Mantilla here. We'll be happy to listen to a couple of remarks from her. President Mantilla.
Thank you, Dr. Mokhtar. It's thrilling to be here, and I wish you were in front of me. I honestly say I'm sitting here in this room, but I'm imagining you in each of your rooms, and I'm imagining the emotion you feel with this great sense of accomplishment. I'm thinking of the families who are out there, and your accomplishment, your sense of accomplishment as well. And I just want to convey, before I start my official remarks, my pride and my sense of real excitement for you and your families. Whether you're here in this room or you're distant from us, we feel the same about you and all you've achieved. And I want to know in a very personal way the College of Engineering, the School of Engineering, and the efforts they have gone to be sure you have this personal moment that you get to signify with this ring. And I just think that's a marvelous, complex structure to be sure that that moment is yours to acknowledge and to embrace as a part of the many, many rewards to come. So, even though we're apart, this is a celebration. And I want to welcome you all as if you were right here in the room. Family, friends, graduates, all of you who have joined us on this day. This is a special day. It's a day in which the ring marks your hard work, your commitment, the realization of a dream, the entry of a profession, and a new threshold for your continued success. I want to acknowledge Dean Platowski and the engineering faculty who have given their time, their energy, their talent, their resources to make sure you have what you need to succeed in the profession. Our faculty have a special bond with you, our students. They've dedicated their lives to the scholarship and the joys of teaching. They celebrate the reciprocity of learning, enabling your learning, but also acknowledging how you make them stronger through your inquiry, your acquisition and application of knowledge, and your personal journeys. Thank you, faculty, for your dedication to our students' success. I also want to acknowledge the many mothers, fathers, siblings, aunts, uncles, grandparents, spouses, partners, and dear, dear friends that are a part and contributors to your success. Graduates, always remember there are many loved ones who dedicate their time and resources to support your personal journey. Don't forget to thank them for the integral role they've played in bringing you to this moment. I'm sure as you move on to the next chapter, you are reflecting. I am reflecting as well. I've recently completed my first year as president at Grand Valley State, and over this last few months, I've been reminded, and it's been affirming, the many reasons why I joined this great university. One such reason is the depth of learning in both professional and soft skills when you integrate theory and practice. You've benefited from this in the most powerful way in our college and our school that is leading the way, our engineering program. They have a powerful balance of not only theory and hands-on skills, but the performance of meaningful work in your curriculum with local and national employers. As you begin or continue your journey in your profession of engineering, I'm going to ask you to bring others along with you. Turn to help others, first by staying connected with your university. Mentor new generations of engineers. As you move into leadership roles, offer GVSU co-op experiences at your company. Prove us right that you are leaders in your field. Demonstrate the soft skills and the knowledge from both your classroom and your work experience. Put that power together to make a difference in your life, in your companies, and in your world. Life is not a destination, it's a learning journey. Your education at Grand Valley State University came through every interaction, every relationship, every success, and yes, every failure. Your learning came from what you took away from each other, how you reflected on each moment, how you processed them, and how you view them in the context of your life. Always continue your learning journey. We are committed to your continued success, and you will recall that at my inauguration in November, I announced the Laker Lifetime Learning Commitment. We have resources here on account for each of you when you come to that moment that you need to gain new skills, new knowledge, you confront new challenges, or new opportunities in your career and life. You're Lakers for a lifetime. You are learners for a lifetime. Your faculty have modeled that for you. Embrace it, grow in the moments ahead, and take with you your years at Grand Valley State University. Congratulations for entering this wonderful profession, and we're really excited to see what you'll do in the years ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President Montella. We're going to start the ceremony of the Order of Engineering.
The term engineer first entered common usage for the more successful builders and artisans in the 18th century when the Industrial Revolution began. It was only after the Renaissance of knowledge, beginning in the 14th century, that a scientific foundation was established to replace the trial and error methods of earlier engineering practices. One of the earliest definitions of engineering was developed by Thomas Treadgold, a famous engineer, architect, and writer, shortly after the Institute of Civil Engineers of Great Britain was formed in 1818. His definition, the art of directing the great forces of power in nature for the use and convenience of man, was adopted and appears in all Institute of Civil Engineers publications. Professor Hardcross, in a book of his talks entitled Engineers and Ivory Towers, noted that the use and convenience of man are not always identical. Engineering does not tell men what they should want or why they want it. Rather, it recognizes the need and tries to meet it. Thus, Watt saw the need for steam engines and Bell the need for telephones. Innovation and service are essential components of engineering practice. It is a creative, purposeful, and evolutionary profession. Its practice involves the application of immutable physical laws that can never be violated without penalty.
The history of the order. The professional purpose of engineering involves the pursuit of a learned art in the spirit of public service. By following the precepts of the obligation accepted in public gatherings such as this, the individual engineer reinforces similar efforts of his or her peers, realizing that in unity there is strength. Decades ago, our engineering counterparts in Canada had this same feeling. They believed that a need existed for the introduction of a spirit of brotherhood and cohesiveness among engineers. They believed that a good way to achieve this purpose would be to instill a consciousness of belonging to one another, to themselves as individuals, and to those whom they served. Thus was brought into being, in 1926 in Canada, what is now known as the ritual of the calling of an engineer. The words of the ritual were written by English author Rudyard Kipling. who had strong feelings for engineers as the builders of things intended to benefit mankind. In 1953, correspondence began between the Canadian Wardens for the Calling of an Engineer and the officers of the Ohio Society of Professional Engineers, with a view to extending the Canadian ceremony to the United States. Dean Burrell Bush of Cleveland State University designed and held the first ring ceremony on June 4, 1970. 170 engineering seniors and engineering faculty members took part in this first ceremony. Such is the story of the creation of the Order of the Engineer in the United States. It is patterned on the Canadian concept, but with differences which are distinctly ours, with a stainless steel ring symbolizing the strength and unity of the profession and publicly identifying an engineer. It is difficult to visualize any better symbolism than the continuity of a ring worn for all to see. It says that here is an engineer with a publicly avowed obligation to his or her profession and to those it serves.
The Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, is an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to our profession. The order is symbolized by acceptance of an obligation in the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. There are no meetings other than this ceremony, and there are no dues. We ask you to accept and interpret the meaning of this ceremony seriously and with deep pride. The obligation, which is taken from the words of the Engineer's Creed, should be freely given and responsibility gladly accepted. The symbol of your obligation is the engineer's ring. It says to all who see it, here is an engineer, just with publicly avowed dedication to his or her profession and the public it serves. It is a badge of recognition which is known to the public. Let it be worn with pride and viewed with honor.
Candidates for the Order. The Order of the Engineer, as was stated, is an independent movement, and we are to foster a feeling of pride in and dedication to our profession. So at the conclusion of this ceremony today, faculty will administer the following pledge to all the candidates for induction into the Order of the Engineer. I am an engineer. In my profession, I take deep pride. To it, I owe solemn obligations. As an engineer, I pledge to practice integrity and fair dealing, tolerance and respect, and to uphold devotion to the standards and the dignity of my profession, conscious always that my skill carries with it the obligation to serve humanity by making the best use of the earth's precious wealth. As an engineer, I shall participate in none but honest enterprises. When needed, my skill and knowledge shall be given without reservation for the public good. In the performance of duty and in fidelity to my profession, I shall give my utmost.
So traditionally at this point, to get the students to wear the ring and get the certificate, we were going to do that after we finish the ceremony. This part of the event is maybe my favorite part of it, because I get to say congratulations to some teams and some students by name, and usually I see the faces and see the jumping in the family. So I'm now closing my eyes, kind of imagining all of that. So engineers can do all kinds of things. So we have graduating today today graduating 149 students. 47 of them actively participated in many of the engineering societies. Some of them is more than one society. So Society of Automotive Engineering, IEEE, Society of Manufacturing Engineering, and so on. So we really appreciate that they are putting the extra mile and learning and presenting Grand Valley and interacting in these competitions and winning some of these competitions. Beside the engineering society, there are honor society, national honor society, and university honor societies. I'm going to mention some of the names of the students, which for engineering curriculum, it might be challenging to maintain the involved in the honor society and engineering curriculum, but these students were way above and beyond the call of duty, and they did that. So the member of the College of Frederick Meyer Honor College from this graduating class this year is Kelly Meyer, and congratulations. For Tau Beta Pi, this is one of the oldest engineering honor society, and the list is 16 students. I'm going to mention their names. And as I'm going to mention a couple of other names, you'll notice some of these students came to be the outstanding students of the major as well. So it's not a surprise. So Nigel Armstrong, Krista Ash, James Barnard, Noah Palo, Benjamin Berger, Jacob Collin, David Dagoski, Taylor Hepler, Sam Kirk, Katie Lapel, Joshua Morris, Leif McFedrick, Jacob Prefontaine, Jonathan Obertain, and Bradley Williams. These are the students who completed the Tau Beta Pi membership. This is not an easy membership. This is by invitation to the top 1/8 or 1/5 of the class, besides being involved in society and other things. Congratulations to this group. The Delta Kappa Honor Society, we have Nora Cole. And now it's time to do the outstanding graduate for each program. This is not a grade only. So as global engineer, I'm going to mention that in a minute. It's a whole package: academic, service, activity, leadership, and all of that together. So that's being selected by a group of students and faculty, of course. And usually we have hard time because we have many candidates in our pool. So the outstanding student for this year for computer engineering is Ribon Ninholz. And the outstanding student for electrical engineering is Nigel Armstrong. The outstanding student for mechanical engineering is Noah Paulo. The outstanding student for product design and manufacturing engineering is Cess Vosted. And finally, the outstanding for Master of Engineering is Nicole Yangley. So congratulations to all of them. We are very proud of your achievement to maintain high grades and being outstanding, selected by the group. So, as I told you, this is my favorite part of the event, so let me enjoy the rest of other piece. So we have 29 senior projects. And beside being delivered to the company and enjoying the rest of the other technical information, and I'm a customer for one of them, by the way, and I know that in the last 2 weeks, they have been putting maybe 80 hours a week to get it done or so. So we, at the day of the design conference today, as faculty, look at the projects from technical part, teamwork, and other things, and we vote and we pick the outstanding senior project of the year. This is not an easy choice. So the outstanding senior project for this year, again, this is a part I want to see your face, but I'm imagining it now. So is DonorWorks. DonorWorks is a great group. They completed their project, and the technical challenge and the other information in the project get them to be selected as the outstanding senior project. However, the faculty also would like to have honor mention. It looks like they're very close to be the outstanding project, which is AutoCAM. So the AutoCAM project is the other honor mention. Believe me, this is not easy choice. The outstanding project and a project sponsored by companies is something really big. Congratulations to this group. So before I leave the mic and finish my part here, I want to remind everybody that Students are sitting in other rooms. Once we're done with the event here, we're going to switch to the other link that the students send you for parents, and then you can watch the actual ceremony. I started by saying, be the right skilled hand for this body of community. As my final message for you, next time I see you, we'll be colleagues and we'll be working on something else. I want to tell you that one hand does not work alone. One hand does not go far. Imagine you have a light in your hand and you aim it on the wall, you can see. And if it is dark, you can see even further. If you do camping, you'll see how far this light can go. So these skills can really get you far. But if you have 2 of them, you go further. If you have 5 of them, you get way further. If you have 1,000 of them, you get way further. So it needs more than one hand to get the work done. What else? If these lights are synchronized, now we're talking engineering, if these lights are synchronized, they will turn into laser. And this laser can cut metal. So a small light bulb in my hand with a group of synchronized team can make laser that can cut metal and can get a light beam to reach the moon. So be the skilled hand that serves society and work efficiently to make this work really go further all the way to the moon. Congratulations, and we're ready for the concluding remarks by the Dean.
Good evening. As you can tell, everyone here has been reading from a fairly formal script. There's actually a part that describes the dean's concluding remarks. And it says something to the effect of the dean is expected to make a few brief and insightful comments. Well, anybody that knows me knows that brief is a challenge. And insightful from behind a black mask just seems a little incongruous, to say the least. But I would like to say just a few things that hopefully are helpful. And I'm cognizant that I'm the last person between you, the ceremony, and the party. So they will be brief. The comment was made earlier about it takes a village to raise a child. Well, you are certainly not children. But it takes a community to produce a Grand Valley engineer. You have had a unique educational experience. Engineering schools everywhere are challenging, and they provide their students with a great deal. But thanks to the community you've been part of, we've been able to give you a unique experience. That community, of course, you and your classmates are the kind of community that you will probably never again in your life have. It is that intense and you are that close. But the community includes the faculty and the staff and your advisors. And that would be typical at most institutions. But here it goes beyond that. The cooperative education program exposed you to another entire community. You've had mentors not just on campus, but in your workplace. You've had people that have introduced you to the profession so that you have a sense of what you're about and what you can accomplish and where your role can be in life. That is truly unique. For some of you, it's been a fairly traditional road. You came to us 4, 5, or 6 years ago. That is the vast majority of the folks that are celebrating tonight. But there are a lot of roads to get here. And as an example, one of the graduates listening to me right now started his college career before most of you were born. You want to talk about a little bit different road? This is the road that that individual took to find out this is what I want to be, this is what I want to do, and had a lot more complications along the way than most of you will ever dream. So most of you know who that is, so we'll leave it at that. But it is really a community effort. And as the president said, you didn't get here alone. You had those folks involved, but also the husbands, the wives, the parents. In a typical year, those folks would not have seen you much for the last month. Engineering students have a tendency to live in the engineering facilities kind of 24/7. And the number one complaint is I haven't seen them. And the number one thanks from the parents is I didn't have to feed them. This year, we're in a unique time. And you may have seen more of them than they really wanted. But even at that, you've been putting in long hours. And it's important that you thank them when you see them next. Right now, you're isolated so that you can take the pledge and you can sign your certificate and you can receive your ring. But when the party starts, be sure to thank the moms, the dads, the extended family, because they helped get you here as much as you did. The next step for you will be the signing the pledge, the receiving the ring. But before we do that, we have a short video for you, and I will hand it over to our tech folks to roll that, please. Welcome to the engineering community.
Congratulations, graduating class. Best of luck in your next step in career.
Congratulations, class of 2021, you've made it. What? It's still 2020? How is that even possible? All right. Well, congratulations, class of 2020, you've made it. Go make us proud.
All of your smiling faces and presence has been and will be missed on campus. We are so proud of you. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. Here's a couple of rules to live by. First, if you never put your finger in front of the blade, you'll never cut your finger off. Second, do what you know is right and stay away from what you know is wrong. Anchors up.
Hey graduating seniors, it's your engineering librarian here. You're going out into the work world with your new college degree under some of the most unusual and unexpected conditions any of us could imagine. You can handle it, Laker engineers. You'll make us proud.
Seniors, congratulations, you finally did it. And remember, when you hit the big time, don't forget your friends back here at GVSU. Good luck.
Congratulations, seniors. Especially in the strangest of times that we live in today. We have to take joy in good things and celebrate accomplishment. And today we celebrate the accomplishment of finishing your undergraduate degree and stepping into life as a professional. So congratulations.
You are now an engineer. Congratulations. No, not yet. We don't do one take on this. Just like, no, that's not. So as an engineer, go fix something. Congratulations.
Hello, GVSU Engineering Class of 2020. Congratulations on reaching this major milestone in your lives. We want you to know that this is not the end of the road, but merely the beginning, and we can't wait to see where you're going.
Amidst these different and uncertain times, your resilience and perseverance are admired. Class of 2020, very well deserved. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors, and please do stay in touch.
Class of 2020, you graduated while quarantining during a flipping global pandemic, so flex. Also remember, the most important thing you learned at Grand Valley wasn't what to think, but how to think. Here's looking at you, kids.
Hey, congratulations, you made it through. All that hard work you put in, totally worth it, right? Hey, I really enjoyed working with a lot of you on your senior projects. After seeing what you can do, I have full confidence you have what it takes to make it out there. So, good luck. I can't wait to see what you do.
Congratulations, you made it through. All that hard work was worth it. Take a moment to enjoy the accomplishment before beginning the next chapter of your life.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Well done. I'm so proud of what you have achieved. Wishing you success in your future endeavors.
Just remember, in this grand world, anywhere around it, you're a Laker for life.